you like to use? Yeah, Caroline? Stella Otoka, Bigates?
Mir geht's gut.
Okay, vielen Dank. Und was macht das Leben? Oder wie war dein Wochenende?
Mein Wochenende wäre gut.
Okay, yeah, war gut. Okay, so we are trying to move away from just saying mein Tag war gut, mein Wochenende war gut, and we want to describe how, we want to start describing how our weekends, our weekend was, describing how our day was, and how you describe, and Wochenende is a noun, Tag is a noun, and how do you describe a noun? You use an adjective. What we learned last week.
Okay.
Yeah. So which can you try that in German? Just describe how your weekend was.
Ein Minute, bitte.
Okay. You can say Moment bitte. Okay. Moment
Okay.
bitte. Yeah, and if it's in a few seconds, then you say im Augenblick. Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
like Augenblick just means Augen are eyes, and then Blick is, you know, like I'm trying to think of what Augenblick in English is, but you know, when you close your eyes and then open them, you know, just close your eyes and open. Yeah, that's basically what Augenblick means.
Blink of an eye.
Yeah, in the blink of an eye. Yeah, vielen Dank, Faruk. Yeah.
Aber
So
Blick heißt breeze, oder?
Yeah.
In direct translation.
Yeah, and yeah, direct translation.
Okay.
Aber auch normalerweise, wenn wir sagen, ja, im Augenblick, that just means in a few seconds. Okay, so if you are to im Augenblick, Moment bitte, yeah, they kind of mean the same thing. It's just that the phrases mean the same thing, that okay, give me a minute. But then im Augenblick, just it's a shorter duration of time. Okay, Lucy, willkommen bei uns. Wie geht's? Okay, yeah, okay. Okay, so okay, so while Caroline, Stella, and Lucy prepare how to describe your weekends, it doesn't have to be a long sentence. You can only use one adjective or two adjectives. Das Artikel von Wochenende ist das Wochenende. Yeah. So yeah, we had some topics last week. Who went through them? Farooq, did you manage to go through your topics?
Der Sprechenteil.
Yeah, Sprechenteil. the four topics.
Yeah.
Okay, vielen Dank. Caroline, Jerry.
Hello.
Hello, yeah. Did you manage to go through 3 expression type topics?
Yes.
Okay, vielen Dank. Stella? And yes is ja. Das habe ich. Okay. So you say, okay, yeah. Vielen Dank, Stella. Yeah, and also something else that I would like us to do is just don't say ja oder nein. Just say ja, das habe ich gemacht. Okay, oder ja, das habe ich. So if something that you did, you can say ja, das habe ich gemacht. Okay, das habe ich gemacht. Forget about your A1 German sentence construction. We're in A2, and someone has to know when you speak that you're in a different level of the German language, so you are not just a beginner. Okay. Yeah. So if I ask you a question, you has to das gemacht, yeah. And you say, yeah, das habe ich gemacht. Okay. So did you go through your topics? Yeah, das habe ich gemacht. Okay. So instead of saying, yeah. Okay. Okay. Lucy Waweru.
Ja, das habt gemacht.
Hab ich gemacht.
Ja, habt gemacht.
Not habt.
Ha.
The word is habe.
Mhm.
The word is habe. Okay, so you write it das habe ich gemacht.
Habe ich gemacht.
Yes, but then how you'd say it, how do you say it? Das habe ich gemacht. So you'd say hab. So the E is kind of, yeah, that's the E is on the habe is kind of silent. Yeah, so das habe ich gemacht. Yeah, so you are pronouncing it, but you're not pronouncing it. So das habe ich gemacht. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, what I would like to let us know is that, yeah, as I already mentioned, the other languages that we know, which are mostly influenced by Bantu or the English language is more or less British English, where you pronounce syllable by syllable. Also Bantu, you pronounce syllable by syllable. Bantu here includes Kiswahili and all other languages, where you basically pronounce syllable by syllable. That basically affects our German pronunciation, because the Germans don't pronounce syllable by syllable. Okay, so it's something that will take time, but at least you need to have this at the back of your mind. So here, that's the reason why most of us say ich habe das gemacht. Okay, ich habe das gemacht, because your earlier languages, okay, the languages that we know, you pronounce syllable by syllable, syllable by syllable. Habe gemacht. Ich habe das gemacht. Okay, so I mean, that's okay, but you need to realize that, yeah, if you're to move on and and try and speak fluent German, much more as a native, then you need to try and move away from this, which may take a bit of time. Yeah, but then that's basically where the difference is. So yeah, the more you speak, the more you listen, the more the more you listen to German, to the German language, then the more you realize that, the more you pick up all this. So yeah, so for now, don't worry about that. Yeah, okay. So can see we are 4. I don't know where Aisha is. Okay, so Farouk, which were your topics? So that
Geburtstag, Filme, Freizeit, Schule.
So Filme, Freizeit und
Schule.
Schule. Okay.
Hello.
Ja, ich kann dich hören. Your topics?
Teacher, can you repeat again?
Okay, I would like to know your topics. For the Sprechentile, the 4 topics.
Okay.
Yes, Caroline. Okay, Stella, which are your topics?
Sport, Geschwister, Lieblingsfach, and Buscher.
Okay. Geschwister, Lieblingsfach. Und? The 4th one?
Sport. And Buscher.
Okay, yes. Stella, your first topic, your first topic.
Bitte?
Which is your first topic?
Sport.
Sport, okay. So you have Sport, Geschwister, Lieblingsfach und Bücher. Okay, Lucy Waweru. Ja, Lieblingsfach und dann Bücher. Okay, Lucy.
Dynasima, Horizon, Familie,
Dein Zimmer. Okay, Lucy. Dein Zimmer. Okay, no, eine. Zimmer.
Dein Zimmer, Horizon, Familie, Datum. Ja, das ist
Okay.
Ja.
Okay, vielen Dank. Und dann Caroline.
Okay. I took card number 2. Morgan,
Okay, Morgan. Carte, di carte. Okay, so you say di carte. So Morgan.
Elton, Vonot, hobbies.
Okay, hobbies. Okay. Okay, feeling okay. So they're asking you about those. Some of my laptop has everything else in my laptop has frozen, and only the Zoom is working. But let's see that it's going to change in the next few minutes. I can't be able to access the and then anything else. Okay, so okay. Farouk, I would like you to ask Stella, okay? And then Stella, you ask Farouk. Lucy, you ask Caroline, and then Caroline, you get to ask Lucy. Okay. Stella, you want to start? Okay.
Was magst du an Sport?
Okay. So Morgan.
Noch einmal, Stella, bitte.
Was magst du an Sport?
Also,
Stella, bitte.
Hello?
Yeah, hello. You asking Farouk?
Ja.
Uh,
Was magst du an Sport?
Yeah.
Was magst du an Sport?
Okay.
okay, zu beantworten. Ich spiele gern Fußball. Ich schwimme auch sehr gern. Ich bin sehr sportlich.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Vielen Dank. Okay. Stella. Remember, you have to ask all the 4 questions, and then Farouk will ask you the same questions.
Okay. Hast du viele Geschwister?
Ja, meine Familie ist sehr groß. Ich habe 5 Brüder und 6 Schwestern.
Okay. Sehr schön.
Okay.
Was ist dein Lieblingsfach?
Ja, bitte, Farouk.
Mein Lieblingsfach ist Thermodynamik in Ingenieurwesen.
Ja, okay.
Yes.
Was ist?
Stella?
Was ist dein Lieblingsbücher?
Mein Lieblingsbücher, das ist Motive A1.
Okay. Danke.
Okay, okay. Vielen Dank, Stella. Yeah, so remember, Bücher is plural. So was sind, if you want to ask about Lieblingsbücher, that is plural. So was sind deine Lieblingsbücher? Or if you want to ask about one book, was ist dein Lieblings?
Okay.
You can do that once again. Hello, Stella.
Yes.
Vielen Dank. Okay, Stella, you have to ask.
Hello.
I can hear you. I don't know if Mr. Cyrus can hear you. But I was suggesting we can do that last part one more time about the Lieblingsbücher.
Faruk.
Yeah.
Was sind dein Lieblingsbücher?
Meine Lieblingsbücher sind Motive A1 und Schritte Plus. Ich interessiere mich für Deutschsprache.
Das ist sehr gut.
Okay. Hallo, Herr.
Okay, sorry about that. The Zuku guys are just around. Together. Stella, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so yeah, Farouk wanted you to repeat the question on the fourth topic, the Busha. Yes, so just ask the question again.
Was sind dein Lieblingsbücher?
Okay, deine.
Was sind deine Lieblingsbücher?
Meine Lieblingsbücher sind Motive A1 und Schritte Plus. Ich interessiere mich für die deutsche Sprache.
Okay, ja, vielen Dank, Farouk. So bitte, Farouk, stellst die Frage an Stella.
Stella?
Yes.
Ja, nicht yes. Or you can say, yeah, bitte. Okay, Farouk, Moment. Yeah, the polite way is, yeah, bitte. Yeah, not yeah. Yeah, bitte.
Okay.
Ja, Farouk, mach weiter.
Also die erste Frage. Was willst du tun am kommenden Geburtstag?
Entschuldigung, bitte.
Was willst du tun an deinem kommenden Geburtstag? Einmal,
Mm.
was willst du tun an deinem kommenden Geburtstag? Alles klar?
Alles klar.
Okay.
And then ich bin in Zoom Hause.
Okay, die nächste Frage. Was sind deine Lieblingsfilme?
Meine Lieblingsfilme ist Twilight.
Also, sehr schön. Die nächste Frage. Was machst du gern in deiner Freizeit?
In deine Freizeit, in deine, in
Ja, was machst du gern in deiner Freizeit?
okay. Ich liebe Ferngesehen in meine Freizeit.
Ja, Faruk?
Ja.
Nächste Frage.
Also die letzte Frage. Gehst du zur Schule?
Entschuldigung, bitte.
Gehst du zur Schule?
Ich lerne Deutsch. In der Schule.
Okay, ja.
Dankeschön.
Okay, ja, vielen Dank, Faruk und Stella. Okay, dann Caroline und Lucy. So, Lucy, you start. So you ask Caroline the questions, and then Caroline, you ask. So Lucy, you ask Caroline the 4 questions, the 4 topics, and then Caroline, once Lucy's done, it's your turn. Yeah, Lucy?
Ja, bitte.
Ja, mach weiter. Wir haben nur circa 10 Minuten oder 5. Ja, zwischen 5 und 10.
Caroline, bist du da? Caro?
Yes. Ja.
Ja. Ja, bitte.
Okay, ja, bitte.
Okay, klar. Was machst du gleich morgen?
Lucy, which
Okay,
topic are you asking?
I'm asking about morgen. I'm asking the ones Caro had. Or was I supposed to ask her mine? Or?
Yes, you're supposed to ask yours. Okay.
Oh, mine? Okay.
Yeah, these are the cards that you have.
Okay.
And So you have the questions that you ask Carol
Oh,
are
class.
basically yeah, and then Carol will
Oh.
ask you her questions to the class.
Okay.
Mhm.
Klar. Braucht du ein Zimmer?
Okay. Ja, ich brauche so ein großes Zimmer, aber gut sehen.
Oh, okay. Nochmals. Zwei. Reisen. Reist du heute nach Nairobi?
Okay. Nein. Ich reise nach Guinea.
Nummer 3. Ich muss meine Familie in meiner Freizeit besuchen. Hello, can you hear me?
Can you repeat again?
Okay, I'm on Familie. Ich muss meine Familie in meiner Freizeit besuchen.
Okay, so Lucy, what is the question?
Oh, I think I got lost. Must you
Remember,
visit?
yes, it
No.
must be. It has to be a question.
Oh,
You can either say,
Mhm.
Ich muss meine Familie heute besuchen, kommst du mit? Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Ich muss meine Familie
Or you can ask Caroline a question about her family.
Mhm. Mm. Mm. Musst besuchen deine Familie oder Freizeit?
Carol, have you understood Lucy's question?
Nein.
Okay. Yeah, so Lucy, can you repeat your question?
Okay. Wann das Caroline besuchen deine Familie, aber Freizeittime?
Okay, here you can't use one besucht Caroline because Caroline is seated next to you, so you cannot mention her name. Okay.
Oh.
So you have to use the word do.
Oh.
Okay, you have to use the word do.
Do.
So what do you want to say? What do you want to say in English?
I wanted to ask her, when does she visit her family? When free.
So that is, yeah, here I would leave out free. Or if you want to put that sentence in deiner Freizeit,
Okay.
wann besuchst du deine Familie?
Okay.
Okay, so here I would start with the time phrase, in deiner Freizeit besuchst du deine Familie. Okay, or I would say, wann besuchst du deine Familie?
Okay, wann besucht
Besuchst.
du Freizeit?
Konjugation,
Oh.
besuchst. Okay, just say besuchst.
Besucht.
If you say besucht, that is, if you say besucht, then that is dritte Person. So you have to say besuchst.
Besucht.
Ja, vielen Dank.
Wann besuchst du Freisen?
Like this. Just leave out the Freizeit. If you use the word Freizeit, then the Freizeit has to come at the beginning of the sentence because it's a time preposition.
Okay.
Okay, it's indicating time, so it has to come at the beginning of the sentence. Okay, so just use the sentence, wann besuchst du deine Familie?
Okay. Okay, Caroline, let me repeat again about the Familie.
Okay.
Wann besuchst du deine Familie?
Okay, vielen Dank.
Okay. Alle am Wochenende. Ich bin Besuch zum Swimming.
Okay, so Caroline, here you say entweder in meiner Freizeit oder am Wochenende. Okay? In meiner Freizeit oder am Wochenende. Okay. Yeah, Lucy, Datum?
Datum? Okay. Wann okay. Wann wann musst Nachten August Urlaub besuchen?
Okay. Letzten Urlaub besucht ich meine Tante Mary.
Okay. So Lucy, what did you want to say in English?
I wanted to ask whether next holiday, August, whether she will visit her sister.
Yeah, but are you asking a question about datum? What is datum? Yeah, that's a question. What is datum? What is date?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, the
This
date.
data can be
2nd of August.
nay. Okay. So here the topic is okay.
Mhm.
The whole
Oh,
exercise about this is you are supposed to ask a question based on that topic. So here
Oh.
your question
Mhm.
is about a holiday, which is
Oh.
totally relevant to the datum because you cannot give a date on that. Okay. So
Yeah.
ein Beispiel ist welches Datum haben wir heute? Ja? Welches Datum haben wir heute? What's the day today?
Mhm.
Yeah, welches Datum haben wir heute? I can see someone did not practice the homework. Okay, Caroline, bitte, because we are almost past the 10 minutes that we had for both questions. So Caroline,
Hmm?
yeah, you have questions?
Okay. Okay, Lucy.
Yeah.
Was must du Gretchen wenn du morgen aufwachst? Lucy?
Morgen. Yes.
Okay.
Morgen. Ich nehme eine Dusche.
Okay. Wo leben deine Eltern?
Meine Eltern leben in Nyandarua.
Okay. Wo ist dein Wohnsitz?
Ich wohne in Kiambu.
Caroline, what was the question?
Where is your residence?
Ja, also normalerweise sagen wir, wo wohnst du?
Hm?
Wo wohnst du?
Okay.
Yeah, you can just ask wo.
Breaking. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, Caroline, we can hear you.
Okay. Okay. Wo wohnst du denn Wohnsitz?
Ich wohne in Kiambu.
Okay. Was machst du heute als Hobby?
Meine Hobbys Fußball spielen.
Okay.
Okay, ja. Vielen Dank. Also ja, wie finden wir diese Übung? Yeah, how was it for everyone? You can start with Stella. Yes, Stella, how did you find the exercise?
It was good, very good.
Okay, very good. Tell me something more, okay? Describe how it was. That's basically what I would like to hear. Is it okay from the preparation? Like, did you have enough time to prepare for the topics? And how was the preparing for the topics and just getting to speak? And also understanding the question that you asked.
It was the time for preparing was good because no pressure, and I did get to understand some few, only one, I think, those who understand the first question. Yeah, but everything was very good because at least it helps me to learn how to talk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, vielen Dank. Caroline?
Hello.
Yeah. We can hear you, Carol.
Okay. Can you ask me that question?
How did you find the exercise from the preparation? And during the exercise, and were you able to understand what Lucy was asking you?
Was good because I'm learning.
So how was the preparation time? Was it long enough? What were you able to get some work done? Were you able to prepare well? Okay, Farouk, Peter.
Die Übung war okay. Alles war klar. Die Zeit war lang genug.
Okay.
Aber ich habe am meisten nur meine Karten gemacht.
Ja, okay.
Aber das war kein Problem, ich glaube.
Okay. Und möchtest du eine andere Karte für morgen?
Für morgen?
Ja.
Ja. Das ist kein Problem.
Okay, ja bitte. Okay, und verstehst du, was, also die Frage, die Stella an dich gestellt hast?
Ja, alles war klar.
Alles war klar.
Ja.
Okay, yeah. So, okay, I thought I saw Lucy Waweru. Okay, so here the most important thing is to do this as a daily preparation. Okay, the most important thing is to do this as a daily preparation. And the only way you can do this is is by writing, like which verbs can I use? For example, if I had Deinzima, okay, Deinzima. So which verbs can I use with Deinzima? Which adjectives can I use with Deinzima? Which question words can I use with Deinzima? Which adverbs can I use with Deinzima? And you just keep it simple enough, okay? And do I want to use Deinzima in the present? Do I want to use Deinzima as my verb, as my main topic in the past tense? So in which tense am I going to use Deinzima? And which preposition do I need to use? Which is it an accusative preposition? Is it a dative preposition? Is it a vexed preposition? Which verb do I need to use if my sentence is going to be the dative? Can I be able to use any of the accusative or the dative prepositionen? Or which other verbs can I use? Because here your expression is supposed to reflect your Arts-5 grammar. Okay, supposed to reflect. You're supposed to use your Arts-5 grammar. That will give you a lot of marks. Yeah, and for now we are having, okay, the first exercise we had like a whole weekend to prepare. But when you come to the exam room, you only have like more or less 30 seconds to look at the cards. Okay, because you're seated there in the exam room and you're given the cards, and then you're given time to be familiar with the words that are on the 4 cards. So you don't have a whole weekend, you don't have an hour, you don't have 30 minutes, you only have like 30 seconds to start constructing your, to formulate the sentences in your head. Okay. And so we'll do the same exercise tomorrow, beginning of the lesson. And I would like us to take only 30 minutes, okay, the first 30 minutes, and we are done with this topic. Okay, we are done with the expression, Teil 1, so that we get more familiar with it. As we go along, the time will reduce. It may not be like 4 topics, it could be like 2 topics per person, so that, and they could be just random topics, just during the lesson. I tell you, Stella, can you ask Carol, okay, these are the 2 topics. Your partner is Carol, so please ask her, so that it's just random. So everything has to be at the top of your head, and all this grammar that you're learning, everything that you're learning, is basically, this is where it applies. Yeah, so so for tomorrow, okay, for tomorrow, Farouk, you take the Deinzima, Reisen, Familie, Datum. Yeah, sorry, my laptop is still frozen. It can only use the Zoom. I can't be able to operate anything else. So Farouk, you will take the Deinzima, Reisen, Familie, Datum. Then Stella, you'll take Morgen, Eltern, Wohnort, Hobbys. And then Lucy, you'll take Geburtstag, Filme, Freizeit, Schule. And then Caroline, you'll take Sport, Geschwister, Lieblingsfach und Bücher. If you have anything, I can do that on the in the group. Okay, I can do that in the group after the lesson. Yeah, so that we just have everything clear. So Farouk, your topics are Daimzima, Reisen, Familie, Datum. Stella, your topics are Morgen, Eltern, Wohnort, Hobbys. Lucy, your topics are Geburtstag, Filme, Freizeit, Schule. Caroline, your topics are Sport, Geschwister, Lieblingsfach und Bücher. Okay, so just construct simple sentences and try not to overuse the word was ist, Lieblings, okay, was ist dein Lieblings oder was ist deine Lieblings? Yeah, so try and be more creative, okay, try and be more creative. And then for whoever has sport, normally for the sports, then you normally say Sport treiben, okay, Sport treiben. The same way you have the word Frage stellen, it's Sport treiben. So ein Beispiel ist, welches Sport magst du gern? Okay. Welches Sport magst du gern oder bist du sportlich? Ja. Oder bist du eine sportliche Person? So here you're using an adjective. Because person here is a noun, and then you're using the sport as so you're using the sport as an adjective. So here you say bist du eine sportliche Person? Bist du eine sportliche Person? Person ist die, so bist du eine sportliche Person? And if you ask that, you say, ja, ich spiele gern Fußball, Volleyball, Schwimmen, ja. Okay. And then, so rather than just always starting your questions with the wann, was, wie, yeah, then you're also able to use other forms of sentences to ask your questions, like using the verb. Okay, so you use the verb to ask your question. Yeah, so that instead of the V-Fragen, you're able to use the verb to ask a question. Okay, or you can still ask a question. For example, Morgen right? Yeah, so like tomorrow I'm going to visit my family. Do you want to come? Do you want to come along? Okay. So morgen besuche ich meine Familie. Kommst du mit? Okay. Ja, morgen besuche ich meine Familie. Kommst du mit? Okay. Yeah. So yeah, let's be creative on how we ask our questions on the different topics, so that you're not using the same V-Fragen on all the 4 topics. Like because use, for example, Geburtstag. Wann ist dein Geburtstag? Was ist dein Lieblingsfilme? was machst du in deiner Freizeit? Dann, was ist deine Schule oder wie heißt deine Schule? Yeah, that's basically A1. Okay, that's level A1. Yeah, that's level A1 German language. Okay, so there's something I wanted us to do today. I think we still have enough time. Yeah, just that I'm not able to open anything here. So we're going to talk about the temporale Prepositionen. Okay, so temporale Prepositionen, these are prepositions. So normally in the German language, whenever you see the word temporal, I think also in English, yeah, temporal, auf Deutsch, that is temporale, that just means time. Okay, it has something to do with time. So temporale preposition, this is something that's used to describe the position of something in at a specific time. Okay, so whenever you have a time, whenever you have an event, okay, I think I have okay, I can be able to open something now. Okay, so just give me a minute. I open the PowerPoint and then share. Okay, yeah. Okay, so temporale preposition has to do with time, okay? And some of the questions that are asked is wann, wie lange, wenn, seit. Yeah, so this, okay, yeah, but most, okay, whenever you use the word seit is a preposition, so you use seit wann. So it normally has to do with the wann, okay? It has to do with the wann. Because the wann is basically asking you about time. So here we have temporale Prepositionen, which basically answers the question wann. It can either be Montag, Dienstag, Mittwoch, Donnerstag, Freitag, Samstag, Sonntag oder Wochenende. And this can either act as adverbs. Okay, this can also act as adverbs. So zum Beispiel temporale Adverbien. So when you say montags, in that case, that's acting as an adverb, but our focus today is temporale Prepositionen. So temporale Prepositionen will use the am, in der. Remember when we had the listening conversation, we had in der Nacht, okay, über der Nacht. Then we have the preposition im. So im just means in dem, okay, in dem. Im Frühling, im Sommer, im Herbst, im Winter. These are just the seasons. Vor, Ich bin vor einem Jahr nach Deutschland gekommen oder vor einem Monat. So here, the word for is a preposition, but in this case, it does not mean like in front of. Okay, it doesn't mean in front of an object. It's just here acting as a preposition, as a temporal preposition. And then when you have, you also have, okay, so 3 Uhr, 2 Uhr, 9 Uhr, 37. Yeah. So here you're using the as a temporal preposition. Then wir haben wie lange. So wie lange, we normally use the word seit. Und so, ich wohne seit einem Jahr in Deutschland. Ich wohne seit einem Jahr in Deutschland. Und das ist im Dativ. Einem Jahr ist das. Und so hier seinem. Seit einem Monat, seit einer Woche. Woche ist die. Und so, das ist seit einer Woche. Seit 2 Jahren. 2 Jahren. So hier seit 2 Jahren, seit Monaten, okay, so seit 2 Monaten. Okay. So, yeah, I know these are prepositions that we normally use in our everyday language or in the little language, in the language that you know, in the spoken language that you know so far, without thinking much about it. That am I using for as a temporal preposition, or what's the name of how am I using the word for? If I say for mir or hinter dir, what's the name of that preposition? So it's not like you'd need to think about the name of the preposition that you're using, but the most important thing is to know how to use them. Them correctly in a sentence, and they all fall under prepositions. Okay, so what we learned so far is we have the prepositions. We have the Prepositionen mit Akkusativ, Prepositionen mit Dativ, Wechselprepositionen. We have temporal prepositionen. All of them are prepositions. Okay, so don't let the names confuse you. Okay, just don't let the names confuse you. Yeah, because I'm sure that if someone was to ask you the time, then you just say, wir treffen uns 8 Uhr. Okay, wir treffen uns 8 Uhr. So here, and especially if you're going to make an appointment, you'd have to use that So you're going to speak about a specific time. But at that point, and in your head, it's not, you're not thinking, okay, here I need to use a preposition or a temporal preposition. Okay, you just know that if I'm going to talk about a specific time, if I'm going to make an appointment, then I need to use Okay, if I'm going to talk about during the night, I would say in der Nacht. Okay, in der Nacht. If I'm going to talk about in March, in April, in April. Okay, in April. It's thinking about to use temporary preposition. I need to use this. I need to use this. Use one. So use im April, im March, im Frühling, im April last. And then for the days of the week, you normally use which is the times of the day. So am Morgen, am including Morgen, am Vormittag, Dienstag, Mittwoch. So all these are prepositions that you already know. It's just that now we're giving them a name, and we're talking about which question do they answer. So which question do you need to answer? If you need to answer the question wie lange, that's how long is something, how long did something last, then you positions that, but also you'd use, okay? So for example, I'm talking about, for example, als ich ein Kind war, but you can also use the word seit. So seit is just to mention something about the differences between seit and als. Seit is something that occurs repetitively, or that's something that can occur repetitively. It can either occur this year, in 3 years' time, then you'd use the word seit. But the word als, this is, you use the word als like for a one-time occurrence, okay? A one-time occurrence. It's something that occurs in life once. Okay, something that occurs in life once. So for example, als ich ein Kind war, you are only a child once in your lifetime. Okay, so als is more or less like talking about an experience in life that can only be, you can only have this experience once in a lifetime, and once you have it, then it's gone. So that's when you use the word als. Ja, bitte?
Was ist das Wort genau? Als.
Als. Ja, als. A-L-S. S, yeah. A-L-S. Okay. So when you use it as a preposition, when you use it as a temporal preposition, then it's an experience, okay? It's something that occurs in life only once, okay? Something that occurs in life only once. So normalerweise sagen wir, als ich ein Kind war. Okay, als ich ein Kind war. Because you can only be, you know, that experience when you had as a child, your childhood cannot be repeated. You know, you can't be 30 years old and still get to experience a childhood, you know, and still be one year old. So it's just something that you experience once in a life. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I thought I had it somewhere here in my book written, but yeah, I can. Okay, so here als, okay, einmalige Handlung. Etwas ist nur einmal passiert. Etwas ist nur einmal passiert. Oder geschlossene Lebensphasen in Vergangenheit. So geschlossene Lebensphase in Vergangenheit. So your childhood, that's in the past. That phase is closed. You use the word als, okay? That's how als, okay? And then you can still use seit, okay? So seit is to talk about like a duration time. Ich wohne seit einem Jahr in Deutschland. So that's basically what's currently happening. So if somebody has asked you, how long have you been living in Nairobi? Okay, so you say, seit einem, oder seit zwei Jahren. Yeah, so all these are just temporal, what we call temporale prepositionen. We have many others. Okay, so these are just examples. So we have many others. So ein Beispiel ist über. Aber hier können wir sagen über Nacht. Okay, über Nacht. And something interesting about the Übernacht is Übernachtung. Okay, the noun Übernachtung. So Übernachtung is to stay the night. Okay, so if, for example, if I'm staying in a hotel, then I would use the word Übernachtung. Okay, Übernachtung. I'm staying over the night. Okay, but if you can also use it two words separately, Übernacht. Remember when you're talking about the Wettervorhersage last week when we watched the video, there was that phrase, Übernacht, two words, Über and dann Nacht. And then we also have von bis. Also zum Beispiel, ich komme zu dir von morgen bis Mittwoch. Okay. Ich komme zu dir von morgen bis Mittwoch. So I'm coming to visit you from tomorrow until Wednesday. And then there's also von bis. You also have the ab bis. Yeah, this will cover tomorrow. Today was just an introduction on what the temporary prepositionen are, and just some so when you talk about zwischen here means in between or between. So zwischen Montag und Mittwoch. Okay, zwischen Montag und Mittwoch. So here, that's when you're talking about the place of something, the place of an event occurring within that phrase. So it's in between something and something else. And then, yes, we'll get to cover this more in detail tomorrow. And then, so we'll get to cover temporale prepositionen in detail tomorrow. And then also what we'll get to cover is Konjunktiv 2. Okay, we'll get to cover Konjunktiv 2. Vermutungen zu tun. Okay, hat tun. Vermutungen here is a wish. Make notes and then share these. Vermutungen, wish, Farouk can say, I wish he had passed. I wish, okay, I wish I had a goal. I wish I had gone swimming. Then they're normally used with the modal verbs. to the modal verbs. Also hier, was konnte passiert sein? Ja, was konnte passiert sein? Also hier hast du vielleicht entweder klickt und möglicherweise sicherlich denkt oder es ist mir vorstellen als, okay? So I can only imagine if that would have gone in, or I can only imagine if I had gone to visit my parents. I can only imagine if I'd gone to town. So the conjunctive zwei, this is basically where normally you'd use the conjunctive zwei, and also you'd use the conjunctive zwei in the form, which most of the time with the so yeah, motion doesn't change because it already has an umlaut. Ja.
Ja, wir haben sie leider verloren für ein paar Sekunden.
Okay. So, okay, what is the last that you had?
From the use of the conjunctive zwei.
Okay, so am I clear now?
Noch nicht.
Can you hear a bit? Okay, me?
Yeah. Hello?
But okay, so here cognitive is talking about how okay, so cognitive zwei is when you're talking about this, and yeah, so cognitive zwei is nothing else not to know the grammar itself, but the application of that grammar. Okay, it's how you apply the grammar. So it's if you learn about the conjunctive zwei, you're not going to explain to someone or to anyone about conjunctive zwei. It's how you use that conjunctive zwei. Then you know that, okay, in this, now I need to use difte. I'm in a restaurant. Conjunctive zwei can also mean a polite request. Okay, so contest du mir oder ich wollte. Okay, ich wollte, coming from the verb wollen. Okay, ich wollte gern Reis haben. Okay, ich wollte gern Reis haben oder ich wollte gern Kuchen, also ja, die Kuchensuppe haben. So that's if in a restaurant. So here I would like to request, or it's something es ist denkbar. Okay. Ich kann mir vorstellen, yeah, I can only imagine, okay, or I can only think of what would have happened. Es ist möglich, dass, also zum Beispiel, ja, heute konnte es regnen. Okay, heute konnte es regnen. Yeah, it's possible that it will rain today. Okay, it's possible that it will rain today. It might rain today. So there's a possibility of it raining today. It might rain today. So in German, all these three or four sentences we'll use the conjunctive zwei. Es ist möglich, dass, or es könnte regnet, oder heute könnte es regnet. And you basically said all these four sentences in English. So yeah, it's possible that it will rain today. It might rain today. Oder ja, also ja, was konnte passiert sein? Okay? Was konnte passiert sein? So that's basically how you'd use the conjunctives, right? So whenever you think was konnte passiert sein, then you automatically go to conjunctive 2. You automatically use the conjunctive 2. Happen. Then you use the conjunctive 2. Yeah. In English, sometimes you say, what's the worst thing that could happen? Yeah. What's the worst thing that could happen? Then in that case, that automatically takes you to conjunctive 2. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, although here I'll make I'll scan yeah, what something about Vermutungen and something about conjunctive 2. And then also make some notes on a slide. And then okay, and then also something that I would like us to talk about is ein Termin machen. Okay, ein Termin machen. Yeah, because as you saw in one of the videos that we had, was it on Friday or Thursday? Yeah, if you're given 2 calendars and you're supposed to make an appointment, then there are words that you can use. Okay, of course you can still use the level A1 German, the level A1 German language, or vocabulary, or sentence construction. Yeah, but as already mentioned, try and use, not try, but our focus is to use the A2. Okay, is to use the A2 vocabulary and sentence construction, and just the general German language for A2. And so here, unter ein Termin machen, okay, you can say ein Termin vereinbaren. Okay, einen Termin vereinbaren. So if you say einen Termin vereinbaren, then that is we have reached an agreement. Okay, so the two of you or the three of you, yeah, we've reached an agreement to make an appointment. Okay, so we've reached an agreement on when the appointment is. Einen Termin anberaumen. Einen Termin anberaumen. That's to fix a date or to fix a time. To fix a time. Einen Termin anberaumen, or to set down a specific time. Oder den Termin in den Terminkalender eintragen. Okay, den Termin in den Terminkalender eintragen. Yeah, so that's basically to record the termin in the calendar. Okay, the meeting in the calendar. Yeah, so yeah, we'll also cover this, and then we have, for example, you'd say, like one of those ladies could have said, wann hättest du Zeit? Okay, wann hättest du Zeit? Ja, wann hättest du Zeit? Oder hättest du Zeit 13 Uhr? Okay, hättest du Zeit 13 Uhr? Okay, could you be having time at 1 p.m.? Then, so instead of having to go through the whole calendar time by time, so wann hättest du Zeit oder wann hätten Sie Zeit? Morgens, übermorgen, ja, morgens oder abends oder nachmittags. Yeah, so that you also try and cover what you're supposed to do, what you're supposed to talk about within the shortest time possible, and just communicate directly. And then oder wann ginge es bei Ihnen, oder wann ginge es bei dir? Wann ginge es bei dir, oder wann geht es bei dir? Am Freitag, Nachmittag, yeah. Okay, so these are just some phrases that you can use when you're making when you're trying to make an appointment. Okay, I'll scan this and then share this with you later in the day, or you can say, wann würde es dir passen? Wann würde es dir passen? Oder wann würde es Ihnen passen? 13 Uhr oder 11:30 oder nächste Woche oder in der nächsten Woche. Okay. So, wann würde es dir passen? Okay, wann würde es dir passen? So these are just phrases that you can use whenever you're making an appointment. Instead of writing them down on a PowerPoint slide, I'll just scan them and put them on the PowerPoint slide, and then can be able to share them with you later. And then also just other Redewendungen. Okay, these are called Redewendungen. Redemittel. Okay, Redemittel, these are phrases that you can use in a given situation. So so what you've talked about here is when you want to make an appointment, then these are some of the typical phrases that you normally think about or that you normally use. Okay, now done, and then I'll also scan. I also make a scan and put it on the slide. That's the preposition, prepositionen. Okay. So here prepositionen, prepositionen mit Akkusativ, prepositionen mit Dativ, Prepositionen mit Dativ oder Akkusativ, die Wechselprepositionen. Und so diese Rechnung oder Ziel, Präpositionen, das sind Präpositionen plus Akkusativ, und Ort, das ist Präpositionen plus Dativ. Und dann Verben mit Präpositionen. Okay. Yeah, so all the things that I mentioned are in different books. So I just need to put everything together, scan them and put them in a slide. And then I'll share that. I'll share that with you. What I'll try and do is I'll try to share that with you later once I've had the evening class. Because otherwise then the evening class, guys may go through it and then they're totally lost because they have no idea what's happening. Or the other alternative is to create a group for the morning class. Okay, you just create a group for the morning class so that whatever we learn, I can be able to share that either after the class or before the class. Because I normally prepare for the class usually at night. Then once I'm done with my preparation, I can share that with you. And then for the evening class, I can share that with them after the lesson. Because I think that makes sense. So unless there's something specific which I need to try with the whole class, then I can use the group. Does that sound fair? Does that sound, or how do you think that sounds?
I think sharing it after the evening class is okay, so that you have just one.
So you just have one group.
Yeah, just
okay.
one portal for sharing these documents.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then yeah. Okay, then that works. That works also. Yeah. So immediately I'm done. I'm usually done with the evening class, usually around by 10:30. Then you should expect it at around either 10:30 or 11. I normally just share the documents immediately after the class. Yeah.
It's okay.
So, yeah. So then that's okay. Then I'll be going to go to at around 11 or noon to the library. So I should be able to get some books. And then tomorrow I'll let you know books I have, and if you'd like any other book that you'd like to read or for us to discuss in class, then you can also be letting me know. Then whenever I go to the library, I can be able to borrow that. Okay, now done. Vielen Dank.
Are we still going to get the motive?
Yes, we're definitely going to get that.
Okay.
Yeah. So sorry, it has delayed. I'd made a purchase of the new version on online on Amazon. Yeah, so
that makes sense. It's okay.
Yeah. So it has to be but they say it's either on 5th or 6th. Yeah, so that's what I'm waiting for. because what I have is the old version, which may not be so much current. Yeah. Okay, but definitely before in the next few days you should have the material. Okay, because what's happening also is that you cannot go. Same to me, even though I've been to Gote and I know like 90% of the Gote staff. I can't go there and buy them as an external student. Because what happens is Gote imports the books through the German embassy, and they don't pay the taxes, the import taxes on them. Yeah, so that's why, and one of the conditions is that they don't resell. Okay, they don't resell it to outsiders. Yeah, so yeah, so that's also one of the reasons why even if you have to go to Gote, you cannot be able to buy. They can't sell you the books. Yeah. So,
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So it's just one of those reasons. So it's either you buy them on Amazon or import them or ask someone who's in Germany to buy them and send them over to you. Yeah. So that's the reason for the delay. It's just that I can't go to Gote and buy the books by myself. Yeah. Okay. Okay, na dann vielen Dank und wir treffen uns morgen um 8 Uhr.
Danke. Bis morgen.
Okay, dann bis morgen. Okay, tschüss.